Substantially speaking, if we were to do any opinion poll, I think Mrs. Bold Okusanya, won that election and will win, even if everybody were to vote without any hitches or without any hiccup. She will win. I can say that, and I can, with a bit of modesty, claim that, given my experience at the bar, I've always made good assessments of, strength of parties in my own usual way, which I've applied, and the result pointed to this lady as the leading candidate. I would say that first and foremost, the incoming president should see herself as president of all and not for any select few. I think she should have an open mind and, as much as possible, accommodate in her programs and actions, even those who oppose her, not only those who contested with her, but even their supporters and those who did not support her. I think there should be no bitterness. I think that is one of the easiest ways to promote reconciliation. And then I also urge those who lost, particularly the other two presidential candidates, to accept the olive branch from the winning candidates, so that NBA can move forward. You can still serve the association from any level. All of us cannot be president at the same time. And we must also accept that it is God that makes the king, and let us accept that the lady has won and should be allowed to rule and be given all the necessary cooperation that will bring about continuity. And I want to say this on a personal level, without fear of any challenge, that this lady is indeed popular. A number of people sought my opinion as to where to vote. As a former general secretary, as somebody who is very keen in bar matters, as a bencher, and I didn't want to advise them recklessly. I did my investigations. And I want to say that using my goodwill and connections across lawyers nationwide, I was satisfied from my investigations that she was a leading candidate even before, I'm saying this was before the elections. She was a leading candidate. My inquiries and confidence in the north, in the east, in the south, particularly in the east and in the north and the middle belt, were all massively, had very good opinion of her and massively in support of her. Mrs. Bold, and I accordingly recommended her to all those people who sought my inquiry that, look, if you are looking for a winning candidate, this is the winning candidate. So I wasn't surprised that she led the team. She led in the election. And I have a strong feeling that if this election were to be repeated several times, that she's likely to win several times. So let us not take advantage of probably whatever irregularities we have experienced to now think that something different will happen. If this election is conducted even by the United Nations, this Mrs. Bold Okusanya, she's going to win again and again. So, but that is again without prejudice to whatever challenges that are on. If anybody is able to prove any serious malpractice or irregularity that is enough to overturn the results, I have no objection to that. But certainly, I think that NBA is one large family. There are levels of leadership from the branch level to the national executive level to even the ESCO of the NBA. So there are rooms for members to participate and even committee levels to show them, to practicalize their spirit of service. So, the gentlemen who lost, two of them are known to me, and I think they're all very serious and responsible people who would like to have as president sometime in future. And I don't think all is lost. People, even me, I lost as general secretary in an election before I won. Okocha lost as presidential candidate to Uboko before he won. So it doesn't mean that once you lose that that's the end of life for you. So people have, even at the national level, we have seen people who lost severally and still won eventually. So I encourage them to accept the results, and because substantially speaking, if we were to do any opinion poll, I think Mrs. Bold Okusanya, won that election and will win, even if everybody were to vote without any hitches or without any hiccup. She will win. I can say that, and I can, with a bit of modesty, claim that, given my experience at the bar, I've always made good assessments of, strength of parties in my own usual way, which I've applied, and the result pointed to this lady as the leading candidate. And so I think let's give her a chance, and hope that with the support of all of us, that she will make a success of the leadership of NBA.
Okay, sir. Your words for lawyers attending Port Harcourt conference. How do we get the best from the conference?
Well, I must say that we lawyers look up to the conference each time. It's always, for those who are interested, it's always an excitement time. It's a time to learn a lot, in terms of legal development. It's a time to meet old and new friends. It's a time to reunite with classmates, both in the universities and in the law school and what have you. So, and it's a time to unwind, engage in both structured and unstructured entertainment. Lawyers look forward to it, and good enough, it falls within our vacation time by the courts, those of us who are regular court goers, and it gives us time to relax and to prepare for the next court season. So I encourage lawyers to attend, as usual, those of them that have registered, and to conduct themselves, responsibly, bearing in mind also the security situation in the country. We have to be security conscious. We have to, be our brothers' keepers. We have to, do all that it takes to ensure that the conference is successful in every ramification. And from all indications too, I can say that I'm quite privileged to know what is happening within the bar as a former general secretary. I am quite convinced that the conference planners have done so well and are ready to make it a very huge success. I think there's a lot that they prepared, and if only lawyers as usual will cooperate, it's obvious that we shall enjoy ourselves, and make the conference the envy of non-lawyers Certainly there's no town with lawyers in their numbers enter that doesn't know that lawyers have come. When we recently were in Enugu worked till today, I'm still talking about lawyers conference in Enugu. So we have our own ways of renewing, good life in every town that we come to, boost the economy, and make things happen. The hoteliers smile, the transporters smile, and so on. Every aspect of the economic life and social life in every town, will be positively affected by the presence of lawyers in Port Harcourt. So I think it's something we're looking up to, and I pray Almighty God to be with us and to guide us as usual so that we can go, stay, enjoy, and come back safely.